Kuramjiri and welcome to SKTV News. You are watching Afternoon English News with me, Jessie Thiam. Now, as usual, giving you the headlines first. Kuki militants reportedly opened fire from Kuki village near Chanung in Imphal East. Security forces step in to warn against repeating acts. Three gates of Ithai Barrage opened as rivers and Loktak Lake swell. Upstream water level drops by around 2 feet. And massive landslide triggered by incessant rainfall blocks National Highway 37 Imphal Silchar Road at Nungdalal area in Tamenglong district. More than 200 vehicles stranded. Now giving you the news in detail. Kuki militants fired multiple rounds today from a Kuki village near Chanung, situated within Kundrakpam Assembly constituency under Sagolmang Police Station in Imphal East District. According to a report received by SKTV, the incident took place around 11:30 am when Kuki militants fired multiple rounds at a cattle herd owned by Meitei villagers after the herd accidentally wandered into the Kuki village. Security forces deployed near the area swiftly arrived at the scene and talked with the Kuki militants and urged them to refrain from such actions in the future. Incessant rain in the past 2-3 days across all districts in Manipur has resulted to swelling of most of the rivers in the state, creating possibility of flash flood. In view of the emerging situation, NHPC officials have opened 3 out of 5 gates of Ithai Barrage. According to a report, the gate number 3 of the barrage was opened at 12:20 am this morning, while gate number 2 and 4 were opened at 5:30 am this morning. With the opening of these 3 gates, the level of water in the upstream have come down by 2 feet, and the upstream of the barrage is currently measured at 769.29 cubic meter, while the downstream is measured to be 765.80 cubic meters. It may be mentioned that continuous rain since May 27 has resulted to overflow of water from the barrage, creating panic among nearby residents. Locals have been voicing their demand to open the gates of this barrage ever since.
Nahan tang kun taret tagi hauna khoi hariba gate singa se overflow oire aduna matam sare ngade ising ge thadok piu na aduki matan haijabani adubu NHPC gi maike tabi balaite aduna haujiti yango aduki matik ising se kayamu yamna overflow oire ge habu yango gate number 1, 2, 3 ngarang nungmidang gi pung amada gate number 3 asi sumnagi 10 cm singkhatpa hauruga akhoi gi line je yagidaba amadi akhoi gi department gi lairiba generator je yagidaba dagi akhoi chikpa yade du hujik ngarang ahing chupa khanna sema matungda hauji che akhoi sema loytuna gate singe makhata na chingkhana namagi damakta project silent khongba haure do makhata ba update pijara.
Massive landslide triggered by incessant rainfall over the past 3 days has completely blocked National Highway 37 Imphal Silchar Road at Nungdalal area in Tamenglong district, leaving more than 200 vehicles stranded. The landslide occurred around 7 am on Friday between Kesinam and Nungnang villages, covering an estimated 30-meter stretch on the highway. Among the stranded are several oil and LPG tankers bringing essential supplies from Silchar, Assam, and empty cargo vehicles returning from Imphal. According to local officials, the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, NHIDCL, has deployed excavators and heavy machinery to clear the debris and restore traffic flow. However, continued heavy rainfall is severely hindering the progress of the clearance operations. The Meitei Coordinating Committee (DMCC) has condemned the statement made by Chief Secretary P.K. Singh about the controversial Gwaltabi incident at a press conference. The committee asserted that the Chief Secretary's statement is misleading the public while arguing that expressing sorrow over the injuries sustained by multiple protesters who were demonstrating against the authority regarding the controversial incident is inappropriate. The MCC stated that directing media personnel to remove the word Manipur from state-sponsored Manipur transport bus is an attack on the identity and dignity of both the state and its people. They further highlighted that representatives of Kokomi and DMCC held a meeting in Delhi on May 27 after Kokomi finished its talk with Ministry of Home Affairs. DMCC reiterated their support to Kokomi's civil disobedience movement against the authority. The committee further expressed disappointment over 44 MLAs banding together to claim a popular government just recently.
Kokomina hek irang sahoro padagi protest mayam ama sinjar racing racing protest mayam ama tinggi ba mayam se Kokomi gi mihutka government ki DSS ne sana minara matung jati eta moina thaja ba piri e hairaga irang chanchalam ba se ekitum ne lethoke ba adu moina thaja ba pira ki ba singudi amata thaba koina onthorak ba handaki jahi ani su henjal le adu handaki sumsum akoina moida Tobira na oirani na thajaba mayam piraga suja moina tawraktrabani na thabak se moise trustworthy nate moigi moina nganghiba jaban se moi ngakte haibse koina khangabani na paratamabani na andaki Kokomi amagi deba mayam haijaning base moigi muchingba mayam elected members sing jedi moigi tumina dum lai thokhabani na koina dum loina mo nazarabani na andaki akoi thabak oina pamthok jate moigi ipai phugi lingjen se sida koina
Meetei Meitei Tribe Union MMTU has strongly condemned Sadar Hills Chief Association Sahilja for ill treatment of Nepali Gorkha community in Kangpopit district, terming it as an act of forceful occupation and expansionism. In a press note, MMTU has urged indigenous communities in the state to unite in order to face a challenge posed by illegal immigration, which is being facilitated by Kuki community by bringing in more Kuki from Myanmar into Manipur. While pointing out on irregular growth in population for Kuki community, MMTU pointed out various flaws in the policy by government which favored the influx of illegal immigrants and their settlement in the state. MMTU has called out on chieftainship, which is being practiced by Kuki community, merger of valley areas into hill districts, free movement regime, and removal of Foreign Pass Act in 1951 as main reasons for expansionism and occupation by Kuki community in Manipur. It further appealed all indigenous communities in the state to stand united and to face a challenge together. Now moving on to national news. Draupadi Murmu, President of India, has presented the National Florence Nightingale Awards for the year 2025 to the nurses at a function held at Rashtrapati Bhavan today. The award was presented to 15 nurses from across the country, including Lemapokpam Ranjita Devi, a nurse from Manipur. The award was presented by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare as a mark of recognition for the meritorious services of nurses. It included a certificate of merit, cash reward of 1 lakh rupees and a medal. Union Home Minister J.P. Nada also commended the awardees, lady health visitors and auxiliary nurse midwives. In a post on X, J.P. Nada emphasized that nurses are the pillars of India's healthcare system, saving countless lives every single day. The Union Minister added that this well-deserved recognition celebrates the nurses' dedication to serving humanity and will motivate them to keep making a positive impact in future. In a big morale booster for non-officer ranks in Central Armed Police Forces (CAPF), Ministry of Home Affairs has decided to confer an honorary rank on personnel below officer rank in the Central Armed Police Forces and Assam Rifles. The honorary rank is now rank higher, which will be conferred on the day of their retirement. The incentive approved by Home Minister Amit Shah for CAPF personnel retiring from the rank of constable up to sub-inspector level. However, they will not be granted any financial or pension benefits. Upon retirement, a CAPF constable who meets the eligibility criteria will be conferred the honorary rank of head constable, a head constable that of assistant sub-inspector, and assistant sub-inspector of sub-inspector inspector of sub-inspector upon retirement. In case of Assam Rifles, a rifleman will retire as Havildar, a Havildar as warrant officer, a warrant officer as Naib Subedar, and a Naib Subedar as Subedar. The decision aims to boost the self-respect, pride, and morale of personnel retiring from the rank of constable to sub-inspector. The honorary rank shall be granted based on the recommendation of the concerned commanding officer. And no financial or pension benefits will be admissible along with the honorary rank. Officials of Ministry of Education led by Joint Secretary Armstrong Pame participated in a second Education Working Group meeting which was held under the G20 Presidency of South Africa. In the meeting, which was held from May 27 to 29, India shared key achievements under the National Education Policy 2020, including progress in early childhood care and education, skilling initiatives, qualification frameworks, and micro-credentials through initiatives such as Jadwi Pitara, Nipun Bharat, Swayam, and Swayam Plus. India also congratulated the South African presidency for successfully convening the meeting and reaffirmed its commitment to fostering collaboration, sharing best practices, and learning from fellow G20 members. Supreme Court has directed that the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test for postgraduate courses NEET PG 2025, scheduled to be held on June 15, must be conducted in a single shift instead of the previously planned two. A bench led by Justice Vikram Nath and comprising Justices Sanjay Kumar and Anvi Anjaria passed the order while hearing a plea challenging the notification that had allowed the exam to be conducted in two separate shifts. The court observed that holding the exam in two shifts would lead to arbitrariness, as different sets of question papers can never be said to be having an identical level of difficulty or ease. It emphasized that conducting the examination in multiple shifts compromises fairness and uniformity among candidates. The bench further directed the concerned authorities to make necessary arrangements for a single shift examination and ensure complete transparency in the process. The decision comes amid growing concerns about the integrity and standardization of national level entrance examinations. Now we have the weather report. According to ICR Regional Center Lamphapad, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 24.5 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 22.5 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 93% in the morning and 98% in the evening. And Manipur received 20.4 millimeters of rainfall in the past 24 hours. Now before we end, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Kuki militants reportedly opened fire from Kuki village near Janung in Imphal East. Security forces step in to warn against repeating acts. Three gates of Itai Barrage opened as rivers and Loktak lakes swell. Upstream water level drops by around 2 feet. And massive landslide triggered by incessant rainfall blocks National Highway 37, Imphal Silchar Road at Nungdalal area in Tamenglong district. More than 200 vehicles stranded. Well, that's all we have for now. Thank you for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates.